which of these has Dame Vera Lynn done? The answer is all of them.
That's right, in February, Dame Vera banned the BMP from using White Cliffs on a promotional album of theirs. Good for her. Hawkwind shared the stage with Dame Vera Lynn in 1985 as part of an anti-heroin concert. How weird is that? And, of course, Pink Floyd's album The Wall featured a song titled Vera, all about the Great Dame. So, having said all that, should old folks be banned from the pop charts, if only to give today's musical youths like a chance to make it themselves?
Stop it.
Richard, Larry and Hardeep's thoughts in a moment. Yours too, please, on our usual number, 0207 173 5555. I'm going to say it's an affront to every youngster in the land, I say, letting a 92-year-old top the album charts, even if the OAP concerned is the force's sweetheart that is Dame Vera Lynn. A couple of years ago, the critics told us the Arctic Monkeys, right? The Arctic Monkeys were Britain's brightest pop hope since the Beatles. This week, they've had their Yorkshire pants well and truly beaten. Not only is their album Humbug languishing 3 places behind the best of Vera Lynn, but they're only 1 place ahead of the Beatles, and 2 of them are dead. Now, if today's pop pretenders are going to have any hope of a career, should we start forcing older pop acts into retirement? Compel Vera, Sir Cliff, even the Rolling Stones to take up residence in an old folks' home in Worthing? How else are the likes of Robbie Williams, Pixie Lott and Muse going to make a living? How else? Seriously, though, how did Vera do it? Get to #1 in the album charts. Is it her voice? Is it nostalgia? Is it, this is someone at work on the team said this, something to do with the fact we're at war again and brave British souls are laying down their lives? Or is it because modern music is rubbish? O'Brien, shouldn't you be in a home somewhere?
Yeah, I should be. I shouldn't be allowed out on my own. That's true. But no, I think Vera's quite. You know, it's good. It's good news, and I think it's probably nostalgic. Yeah, I think it's nostalgia. It's something about Britain and about the England that we've lost somehow or other. You know, it all went down the tube somewhere, and we threw the baby out with the bathwater. And I think Vera reminds us of a Britain that we kind of all enjoyed with together, a collective kind of sense of being English.
Doesn't say much for today's modern pop stars.
Well, there aren't any really, are there? I mean, truthfully, there's no such thing as a singles chart anymore. Anyway, it doesn't really.
No,
doesn't really count.
This is albums, which I suppose is a slightly more.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I think it's lovely. She had a nice voice. I sang with her about 15 years ago, and she blew everybody away on the stage. And she was well in her 70s then, late 70s, and she still had the same voice. There's no difference. It was fantastic. And she's a good woman. OK, Larry, would you send her to her home?
No,
help out and get the Rolling Stones to put their feet up?
Pop is a free market, and you can't cordon it off and say, well, only you are allowed to release the record. What it is interesting is that it shows the power of the grey pound, definitely.
Yeah.
And that...
Do you think it's older people that are buying this record?
Well, yes, I don't know many teenagers who are going to buy Vera Lynn. I think you might get parents buying it for their children to explain to them. We've had a whole thing about evacuation. There was a sort of half-century or whatever it was this last week. I think that may be connected to it. And it's about lots of parents buying it for their children to talk to them about the war. But I think, I mean, I'm not going to buy Vera Lynn, but I do think...
Are you going to buy the Arctic Monkeys?
No, because I'm somewhere in the middle, as you should be. I know how old you are. And I think that... Because it's exactly the same age as me. Although, obviously, I look 10 years younger.
Yeah, OK.
But I think, I just think that I'm really... I feel hugely optimistic that our generation are increasingly powerful. And by the time we get to Dame Vera's age, teenagers will have no power whatsoever. We will control everything, Matthew.
Good. Or not. Hardy.
I think...
Put them in a home. Put them in a home.
To be serious for a moment, I think there's been a worrying trend the last 10, 15 years or so. We have more and more of an older population, and actually, I think we need to respect them a great deal more than we do. We seem to be constantly chasing youth. For example, if you look at something like BBC Three, BBC Three is a channel the BBC are running to entice younger people to watch television, because younger people don't watch television.
Yeah.
Now, has anyone spotted the obvious illogic in that? Younger people don't want to watch television, so will spend millions of pounds setting up a channel for them to watch it. Where's Saga TV? But seriously, where's television, for people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s? And we've got in our presence, not to spare your blushes, sir, a man who is in his 60s with respect, but has the attitude and the youthfulness...
That's me. It's all about me.
This is when one looks at Richard, and if that's the future, then I'm very content with the future.
Okay.
I'm very excited about the
Okay.
future, and I think we should get them out the homes.
Okay,
You know,
get them out the homes. More of them in the chat. Okay.
Bring me your old, bring me your infirm.
Yeah, we haven't heard from, actually, I'm just thinking, we haven't heard from our audience. What do they have to say? They're certainly noisy enough.
Simeon, so where should old people be, in charts or homes?
Well, they can be in the charts if they really want to. I mean, people can buy whatever they want. I'd never heard of this until today, by the way, and neither had half the audience.
And you are a student?
About to be, yeah.
About to be a student, and you've
I've
never
been
heard
a student
of it?
for a year.
Okay.
But I'm going back.
You're
Being
going
a
back?
student's good.
Yeah. It's not like work, is it?
I'm working as well.
Oh, all right. Okay, and is today work?
No.
Pleasure. Right, okay. Just wanted to check. Good. I'm worried about the Arctic
Calloway,
Monkeys.
you wouldn't say to Cab Calloway when he was in his 80s singing Minnie the Mooch, a cab, you're too old to crack it. I mean, come on, you'd kneel down.
I don't believe a word of this.
Say respect.
I've been hanging out with Hawken. I'm going to spare the lead singer's blushes, by I wouldn't reveal his age, but he's not too far from yours. And they still rock out better than just about any other band I've ever seen. So there we go. I was talking rubbish. It just made for a good discussion, I think. Now, unlike Vera Lynn, at least, we are all out of time. We've got to leave it there. Trisha's still to come, of course, here on 5. Richard, it has been a pleasure, sir.
my
It really
pleasure.
has. And The Rocky Horror Show, best of luck with that. Check online for venues and ticket details, folks. Chances are it's coming to a venue near you. And Larry and Hardy, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Give it up for a wonderful panel, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Mock the Week's Hugh Dennis is our special guest tomorrow morning. And don't forget, live from Studio 5, 6:30 this evening, they're going to be looking back at the life of Patrick Swayze and hearing from a certain Peter Andrea, no less. That's all you're going to get from us, though, for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at 9:15. Bye for now.